Format of investment account will be date,
particulars, number of equity shares, and then amount.
so here we will have first April or first January opening date, to balance
Brought down.
opening number of shares into book value. Correct? Then date to cash. Correct?
Sir.
Additional number of
Additional
shares
purchase.
into cost. Cost is equal to
Brokerage plus stamp duty.
price plus
Price plus
brokerage plus stamp
stamp.
duty. Then date to bonus. Amount la nil, only bonus shares will be written. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Next.
Sir, ஒரு டவுட் ஒன்று. Renunciation சொல்றோம்ல, we renounce it to someone else,
Transfer.
and if we are buying from that renunciation, somebody else is renouncing and we are buying that, that amount need to be factored, right?
Yes. That will be accounted as normal. Investment in equity shares to cash.
Okay, sir.
We will account as a buyer. I am a buyer like that. So, working note, number of equity shares in hand. Rights shares. That will be number of equity shares divided by or into rights ratio. In this, some percentage will be transferred, some percentage will be subscribed or bought. For transfer, we will multiply with consideration received, and that consideration will be transferred to, hey sir,
Sir, that consideration will be consideration received will be transferred to the seller actually.
yes sir.
இல்ல ஆக்சுவலா ஒரு டிராப் ஆச்சு இது வைஃபை. அது நீங்க என்ன கேஷ் பண்ண முடியல, நீங்க என்ன சொன்னீங்க?
Rights shares la some portion of rights shares will be renounced or transferred. Correct?
Yeah.
At that time you will get some consideration. That consideration will be transferred to
That consideration will be transferred to the P&L account.
P&L account as per AS 30.
ஆமா சார்.
Accounting for investment. And some percentage will be bought. That number of shares into issue price. Sometimes it will be given as face value plus percentage of premium. This will be accounted as normal purchase. So on this date, we will write to cash. Rights shares or rights bought into issue price. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Then we will have sales. Sale date by cash. And actually yesterday we have learned one more thing, dividend date. In dividend date, we will have some working note. What is the working note? Jyotsna.
Sir,
What is the working note? You are having opening shares,
bonus shares and right shares, sir. For final dividend,
Hmm.
opening balance will be credited to P&L account. Additional purchase credited to investment account. And not, bonus and right shares not eligible for dividends, sir.
Super. If it is interim dividend,
All the shares will be credited to P&L account.
already, yeah.
All the shares, sir.
All the shares will be credited to P&L. How to compute dividend received?
Face value plus dividend percentage.
Normally, paid up value
Into
and
dividend
face value will be generally same into
dividend percentage.
paid up value or face value into percentage. Dividend rate.
Yes, sir.
Then cash, sale date, number of shares sold. Here also working note will come, correct?
Yes, sir.
Into cash received. Cash received will be sale value less brokerage is equal to cash received. This we will compare with the cost per share. How to compute cost per share?
So opening balance plus additional purchase plus
Total
bonus
debit.
shares
Total
minus
debit
dividends, sir.
amount.
Total debit amount
Total debit amount minus
dividend amount.
Dividend received. Dividend received on additional purchase only, not on all. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Here we will write by cash amount nil. Sorry, number of equity shares nil. Amount will be additional purchase into face value into dividend rate. So that will be deducted and divided by
Number
total
of shares.
Number of equity shares. So you will get a profit or loss. That profit
Yes,
or loss will be will be written as
to P&L account.
Sale date to P&L if profit. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Amount, number of equity share nil, profit will be transferred here. Or if loss by P&L, number will be nil, here loss. Loss on sale. Any one will come. Then last, valuation principle, closing date, by balance carry down, balancing figure for this working out. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Cost or market value, whichever is less. How to value the equity shares? Cost price or market value, whichever is less. If cost is coming, that also I will write. Closing valuation. If closing valuation is at the cost, ledger will tally. If closing valuation is at a market value, ledger will not tally. Difference will be written as loss on valuation by P&L. So this is the crux of investment accounting. If you know this format, everything will be just fill in the blanks. Okay. பரத் ரிவைஸ் பண்ணிட்டு வந்தியா?
எஸ் சார்.
ஏறுமா தேராதா?
இதுல பார்த்தேன் சார்.
சம் போட்டா போடலாமா?
போடலாம் சார்.
Investment accounting is just a format filling. Everything will be there as such. Just you have to fill in the blanks. Yes. Bharat.
Okay, sir. Akash Limited has 4,000 equity shares of X Limited at book value of 10 per share. Face value each 10 on 1st April 2021.
So in the books of
Akash.
Investment in
Akash. Investment in X.
Super. What is the opening date?
1st April.
Opening shares?
4,000 shares. 15.
Super. First point over. Then
on 1st September 2021, Akash acquires 1,000 equity of X Limited at rupees 4 per share. 1,000 equity. 10 into 10 plus 4, sir. 14 equal 1,000 into 4.
Super. Priyanka,
X Limited.
you continue.
Yes, sir. X Limited announced the bonus and rights issues for existing shareholders. The terms of bonus and rights issues were declared at the rate of 2 equity shares of every 5 equity held on 30th September. Totally 5,000 shares, 5 equity every 5. It's 2 means. Wait, sir, I'll calculate. 2,000 every 5 shares. Next, on the right shares are to be issued to the existing shareholders.
Bonus will be 5,000 into
5,000 into 2 divided by
5.
And right shares are to be issued to existing shareholders. And on 1st December, the company issued 2 right shares for every 7. Every 7, they issued 2 means 2,000. So,
working note number 2. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Working note number
Right
2.
shares are 2,000, sir.
Number of shares
2,000.
in hand.
Hand 7,000.
Rights ratio.
Rights ratio is 7 shares. Every 7 shares, there is 2 rights.
How much transferred?
2,000. Transferred. Held at 25% premium. No dividend was payable on these shares. The whole sum being payable on 31st December. Existing shareholders were entitled to transfer their rights to outsider, either wholly or in part. 50%. Akash Limited exercised its options under the issue of 50% of its and entitled and sold the remaining rights for 8 rupees per share, sir.
So 1000 into 8, 8000. 8000 will be
8,000.
transferred to
Transfer to P&L.
balance 1000 will be subscribed at
Balance 1,000. 50% is issued price, sir.
what is the issue price?
Face value was face value plus premium.
தான் எவ்வளவு?
Face value plus premium is 25% premium, sir.
So total 12.5 per share.
12.5.
This will be accounted as additional purchase.
Additional
Correct?
purchase. Yes, sir.
So, which date?
31st December, sir.
To cash rights
Rights to bonus share is
1000 shares.
1,000 shares, 8,000, sir.
Huh?
Sorry, 12,500.
8,000 transferred to profit and loss account.
Profit and loss account.
Then
dividend of the year 31st March 2021 at the rate of 20% was declared by the companies and received by Akash Limited on 20th January 2022.
So opening shares.
Opening shares is 4,000, sir. Additional purchase is 1,000 and bonus share is 2,000. Rights is 1,000, sir. Total 8,000.
Interim dividend they have not given, I think, here.
Yes, sir.
Final dividend only. So amount
Opening purchase on the 60,000, sir.
4,000 into 10 into 20%. Correct?
Yes, sir.
என்ன நம்பர் சொன்னீங்க?
Sir, now opening 4,000 shares குள்ள இது சொன்னேன், sir, actually.
நானும் அதான் சொல்றேன்.
4,000 into 15.
What 15?
Book value, sir. Equity shares.
Book value எடுத்துக்கணும். Dividend should be applied on
Dividend, okay, sir. Face value plus dividend percentage, sir. Dividend rate. Sorry, sir.
என்ன சொல்றீங்கம்மா?
Sorry, sir.
4,000 into
4,000 into face value into 20%.
This should be credited to P&L.
Credited to P&L.
Then 1,000.
1,000 into face value 20%, sir.
When?
On 20th January 2022.
How much?
2,000, sir. And on 1st February 2022, Akash Limited sold half of the shareholdings at the premium of 4 shares.
What is the total shares in hand?
8,000 shares.
Adula half?
4,000.
Sold at?
Premium 10 into 10 plus 4, 14.
Sale value, face value plus premium 4.
Premium.
So 14. Brokerage
Yes,
not
sir.
given.
Yes, sir.
So 4,000 into 14.
4,000 into 14.
Then no brokerage.
Brokerage.
Cash
So
received
cash
is also 14.
is 14.
Cost per share, how to compute?
They give market shares. Total debit 8,000 So 86,500 minus dividend received. Dividend received is 2,000 divided by equity shares 8,000, sir.
This
It's
dividend only.
84,500.
This
Yes,
dividend
sir.
only I have to take.
Okay, sir.
So 84,500 by
800 divided by 8,000.
so profit or loss?
Profit, sir.
So profit 2 P&L 3.4375 into
4,000, sir.
okay.
Okay, sir.
The loss will not come.
Yes, sir.
Then last point, closing.
Yes, sir.
Last point, read.
The market price of shares on 31st March 2022 was 13 per share.
So what is the cost? Closing cost, which will be balancing figure.
Yes, sir.
Closing cost in 1,250,000 minus
1,250,000 minus 58,000.
balancing figure. This will be the closing cost. Or you can also compute using how many shares in hand closing line.
Closing on 8,000 minus 4, sir.
So 4,000 shares are there.
Yes, sir.
Cost we have computed as
10.56.
so you can compute cost in two ways.
Yes, sir.
Either balancing figure or number of equity shares into cost.
Into cost.
Closing number into cost per share as per working note number 4. Anyway, 42,500 will come. Closing cost.
Yes,
And
sir.
what is closing market value?
Closing market value is 13 per share. 14 into 13.
Whichever is less, na?
Sorry. Whichever is less, closing stock is lesser than market value, sir.
So if market value, என்னம்மா
Sorry, cost, sir.
என்ன சொல்றீங்க?
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
If closing valuation is at cost, account will tally.
Yes, sir.
Ledger will
Yes, sir.
tally. No loss will come.
Yes, sir.
அவ்வளவுதான். நான் மட்டும் போடலன்னா இந்நேரத்துக்கு ரொம்ப சொதப்பி இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன் உங்களுக்கு. ரிவைஸ் பண்ணீங்களா பண்ணலையா?
Yes, sir.
பண்ணீங்களா?
Yes, sir.
அது தெரியல எப்படி. Okay, complete this quick. As per AS 13, if there is loss on valuation and renouncement proceeds. Renouncement proceeds na this 12,000. Sale value from the transfer of rights. If you are having renouncement rights, renouncement proceeds and loss on valuation, you can set off this two. You can offset this two. Normally, loss on valuation will be, what is the general accounting? If independently, right? If independently, general rule. Independently, renouncement proceeds will be transferred to profit and loss account. Independently, loss on valuation should be debited to profit and loss account. Will be transferred, na credited. This is your income, so credited to profit and loss account. Renouncement proceeds. Loss on valuation is an expenses, so debited to profit and loss account. Correct? It is general rule if both are independent case. But now, if there is loss on valuation and renouncement proceeds combinedly in one sum, it is there, na? Both can be offset. And the balance will be transferred to profit and loss account. Up here, what is the gain from transfer of rights? 12,000. What is the loss on valuation?
10,000.
70,000 is becoming 60,000. So 10,000. Up gain to the extent of 10,000 will be adjusted by cash 10,000. What is by cash? Renouncement or transfer of rights. Actually, you are getting 12,000 from transfer of rights. Correct? In this question, he does not subscribe but sells all the rights for 12,000. But the loss on revaluation is only 10,000. So, a balance 2,000 will be credited to profit and loss account as per AS 30. I am repeating the case. X acquires 200 shares for 70,000. So, cost 70,000. And they are receiving rights shares 1:1. So, rights shares 200 they are having. What he is doing? Does not subscribe but sell the rights for 12,000. So, you are getting a gain 12,000. Independently seeing this should be credited to profit and loss account as per AS 30. Separate. Then, if you value closing market value, if you value the closing number of equity shares, 200 shares, cost is 70,000, market value is 60,000. So, whichever is less na 60,000. So, ledger account will not tally. Loss on valuation 10,000 will come. Independently, without considering renouncement, if you see, this 10,000 should be debited to profit and loss account. This is the general rule in independent case. If we see each one case is independent, this will be transferred credited to profit and loss account gain. This loss will be debited to profit and loss account separate. But now you are having both combined scenario. In one case itself, both is there. If there exists a loss on valuation and the renouncement proceeds, both can be offset. Balance will be transferred to profit and loss account. So here, gain 12,000, loss on valuation 10,000. So balance 2,000 gain will be transferred to profit and loss account. Here I will not write by P&L, by cash. That's it. So if you take profit and loss account, what will be the profit and loss account under if it is independent case? Each one is independent, na? Two loss on valuation 10,000 will come separately. Then separately by cash from renouncement 12,000 will come. This is independent case. In this case, if you prepare profit and loss account, by cash from renouncement only 2,000 will come because that 10,000 is adjusted against investment accounting. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This everything is for your understanding purpose. This is the only thing you have to write in examination. Only this 3 lines. If the loss is 12,000, entire 12,000 will be adjusted. If the loss is 20,000, yeah.
Yes, sir.
If the loss on valuation is 20,000, what I will do?
loss of valuation is 20,000.
Consideration received is 12,000.
So, the 8,000 will be
Debited to profit and loss account.
debited to profit and loss account.
Or that also I'm writing separately. If the closing market value is 50,000. What is the case? If the closing market value is 50,000, then my loss on valuation will be 20,000. But renouncement proceeds only 12,000. So balance 8,000 will be debited to profit and loss account as loss on valuation. I think it will take time for you to understand, but still, I have told the concept
Yes.
after class revise.
Practice.
As I already told, investments there are two types: investment in equity shares and investment in debentures. Investment in equity shares normal accounting, buying, selling, closing valuation, and bonus accounting, rights accounting, dividend accounting. There are 4 parts we have completed. So now we are proceeding for investment in debentures. Okay. As I already told, investment in debenture means what? Riskless. Every year, whether company is having profit or loss, they will pay interest. But as far as share is concerned, if there is profit, I will give. Otherwise, I will not give. So when you will know the company has earned profit or not? Only at the year end. So it is not certain whether company will give or not dividend. It is not certain. So when the company is declaring dividend, at that time only I am recognizing. Okay. So what is the return from shares? Dividend, which is share of profit. This will be known only if the company declares. Otherwise, we don't know. Return from debenture is what? Interest. What is interest? For the time period. It is not for the share of profit. For the time period. So it is certain that company will pay interest. So debenture interest should be recognized whether the company is paying or not on time proportion basis. I should recognize. This is the concept. Here, when you will recognize the share dividend, dividend will be recognized as income only if company declares or pays. But here, dividend will be recognized, sorry, dividend, interest. Interest will be recognized on time proportion basis. 2 months I am having, so 2 months interest I will compute. 3 months interest I will recognize as income. Correct? So here how to compute dividend? Yes, dividend will be number of equity shares into face value into dividend rate. I will not consider the cost, at what price I have acquired, that and all I will not consider. Like that, here also number of debentures into face value into interest rate into number of months by 12 will come. Because time proportion basis I am recognizing. If you are holding for 3 months, 3 by 12. If I am holding for 12 months, 12 by 12. Like that it will come. Right? So if a first concept of the debentures. Here also I am splitting the total concepts Normal accounting, which consists of buying, selling, and valuation. Here also same, closing, market value or cost, whichever is less. Buying also same. What entry you have passed in shares, investment in equity shares of X Limited to cash. Like that here, investment in debentures of X Limited to cash. Same. Then selling la reverse, ulta entry. Cash account debit to investment in debentures of X Limited. So normal accounting, buying, selling, valuation. Then come interest and X interest. One new concept will be there. Last, conversion of debentures to equity shares. So totally there are three, only three now. Come interest, X interest accounting. So if you learn this three, everything will be finished. So normal accounting, already I told only the journal entries. So that is very simple only. But now we are going to discuss what is come interest and X interest account. Okay. Assume A bought 12% debentures of B Limited on 1st January 2023. On 30th December 2023, A sold debentures to C. This is the case. Uma,
Yes, sir.
read the case again.
A bought 12% debentures of B Limited on 1/1/2023. On 30/12/23, A sold debentures to C.
What is the holding period for A? How many months A is having?
12 months, sir. From
Entire 12 months.
one.
But company will pay dividend, sorry, interest on year end. Correct?
Yes, sir.
That the company will pay interest on 31st December 2023 to the debenture holder.
Hold.
Who is the debenture holder on 31st December?
On 31st December, C is the debenture holder.
A company will pay interest, entire interest 12 rupees to
C.
C only. Correct?
Yes, sir.
But who is entitled for interest?
A.
A is entitled for 12 months interest. But company pays interest to C. Because we cannot do anything. Because on 31st December, company will see who is having debenture. On that date, interest will be issued. Correct?
Yes, sir.
We cannot rectify. What accounting treatment will be correct to reconcile this flaw? What accounting treatment? I am saying one rule. This is the concept. Please remember. At the time of sale, buyer has to pay interest from opening to date of sale to the seller along with debenture value. This is the rule. First read the rule again.
At the time of sale, buyer has to pay interest from opening to date of sale to the seller along with the debenture value.
So if a debenture value assumed at face value 100 னு வச்சுப்போம். Okay.
Yes, sir.
At the time of sale. What is at the time of sale? In this
30,
case,
12. 30, 12.
on 30th December 2023, who is the buyer?
C is the buyer.
C has to pay interest from opening to date of sale. Means what? 12 rupees.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
12 rupees interest C has to pay to the seller. Who is the seller?
A is the seller.
Along with
Debenture value 100.
So, a total cash paid by C to A is what?
112, sir. 100
112.
plus 12.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Next day, company will pay 12 rupees to C. Correct?
Yes, sir.
On 31st December 2023, company will pay 12 to C. Now, what is the net cash flow for C? 112 minus 12, 100. Now, what is the net cash flow for A? He is getting 112. 100
Sir.
for debentures and 12
12
for
for interest.
interest. Clear then?
Yes, sir.
Now, how the accounting will be done? In the books of A. Jyotsna,
Sir.
till now you are following or not?
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
In the books of A, how much cash he is receiving?
112, sir.
First, he has bought the debenture on 1st January. We will pass accounting for that. Investment in debentures of B Limited, debit to cash. He has bought for 100. Okay, first entry.
Yes, sir.
On 1st January 2023. Then, on 30th December 2023, cash, how much he is receiving?
112, sir.
How much for investment in debentures?
100 rupees.
How much for interest?
12 rupees.
12 rupees. Asset is going out, so credited. This is my interest income. Correct? Income will have
Yes, sir.
credit balance.
Yes, sir.
So, but to interest income 12 rupees in the books of A.
Yes, sir.
In the books of B, on 30th December, what entry I will pass? I am paying investment in debentures of B to cash. Or just the ulta entry. For investment, I am paying 100. Then for interest on debentures, I am paying 12. So total, how much I am paying?
112, sir.
112. Next day, 31st December 2023, I will receive cash from company. Towards
Yes,
what?
sir. Interest.
Towards interest. So 12, 12. Actually, interest income is recognized in books of A or B.
Books of B, sir.
Hello. Interest income வந்து இங்க credited then again debited. Sorry. Here
Yes, sir.
credited then again debited. அப்ப நெட்டா interest closed இதுல.
Yes, sir.
அப்ப we are not at all recognizing interest. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Are following or not?
Yes, sir. Following, sir.
Push. Green lockage. Screen visible or not?
No, sir. Split
No, sir.
ಆಯ್ತಿದೆ, sir.
So, Here what happened? In the books of B, interest is debited, then again credited. Appa nullified. Correct? Priyanka?
Yes, sir.
So even though interest is received by B, interest is recognized as income in the books of A only. So this is the method we have to follow. Because interest income of A is there. Here it is not there. The conceptual understanding purpose. This is for conceptual understanding purpose. I will say how to solve the answer in a method systematic way. First, you understand this rule. This is the heart of this topic. This you should remember. Whenever I am asking, you should say this sentence. At the time of sale, buyer has to pay interest from opening to date of sale to the seller along with debenture value. Right? You can also write like this. At the time of sale, another party perspective, it will be at the time of purchase. At the time of purchase also, buyer has to pay interest to the seller. So, at the time of sale means what? One party perspective, it is the sale. Another party perspective, it is purchase. So, it is the date of transaction.
Yes, sir.
So, in this case, you are paying 112, but actual value of debenture is 100 only. Correct? So, we will call here the price 100 rupees value as X interest price. X interest price means what? Excluding interest, you have to pay 100 for debentures. Like that, we will call this 112 as cum interest price. Cum interest means what? Including interest. So in the 112, in this price, interest is included. In this 100, interest is not included. In this case, I have assumed debentures are traded at face value. But similar to equity shares, face value will be different, cost will be different, price will be different. So, for example, in the same case, same example, on 30th December 2023, A sold the debenture to C for 115 cum interest. Means what? On 30th December 2023, A sold the debenture to C for 115 cum interest. Means 115 is including interest. Interest we have already computed as 100 into 12%, 12 rupees interest. Correct? Apo C is paying 115 to A. What is the breakup of this 115? 12 rupees towards interest and balance 103 for debentures. Because in previous sum we have assumed debenture are traded at face value only. So 100 rupees debentures are traded at 100 rupees. On that assumption we have solved. So 100 plus 12, 112 he is paying. But here it is given in the question that it is sold for 115 cum interest. Apana cum interest la interest portion fixed 12 rupees. For 12 months interest is 12. Appa debenture value will be 103. Like that. In this question, I'm changing the question as on 30th December, A sold the debenture to C for 98 X interest. Anyway, buyer has to pay to the seller the entire amount of interest. That is the concept. But the price quoted is different. Here we are saying that C is paying some amount. That amount we have to compute. Because what they have given, For debenture 98. Anyway, he has to pay 12 rupees towards interest. Appa total how much he will pay? 98 plus 12, 1110. So C will be paying 110 to A in this case. Here, come interest price they have given. Interest we know. So towards debenture value, how much? That we have found out as a balancing figure. Here, debenture value they have given. Total cash, how much he has to pay? That we are finding it as a balancing figure. Priya ji?
Yes, sir.
Fully collapsed, clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Revise this. One sum we will directly discuss. Uma,
Yes, sir.
repeat the concept first.
At the time of sale, the buyer has to pay the interest from opening to date of sale to the seller along with the debenture value. That is X interest and cum interest, sir. X interest means that is the face value of the debenture without interest. Cum interest means the interest portion is included in the debenture value, sir.
Super. Read this question.
Rishikesh furnishes the following details relating to his holdings in 8% debentures, rupees 100 of P Limited held as current assets. 1st April, opening balance face value of 1,20,000, cost 1,18,000. On 1st July, purchased 100 debentures, ex interest at 98. On 1st October.
Wait. So, we will write this also. Investment in the books of hello.
Yes, sir. In the books of Rishikesh, sir.
Investment in
P Limited.
8%
Debentures
debentures of
P Limited.
P Limited. Date, particulars,
number of debentures,
amount.
amount.
Here, one more column will be inserted, which is interest. Okay. One more column. In this case, we will include one more column, interest column. That's
Okay,
it.
sir.
Now, first, on 1st April,
By balance, to balance brought down. Uh, 1,18,000, sir.
number of debentures,
Divided by 100, 1,200 debentures, sir.
super, 1,200 debentures. This is open. Clear up. Total
Yes, sir.
face value is
1,20,000.
divided by face value per share.
100.
So 1,200 debentures you are having in the opening. First point. Clear up.
Yes, sir.
Then first
On 1st July,
purchase
to cash.
How many debentures?
100 debentures, ex interest at 98.
So debenture value 98. Correct?
100, yes, sir.
Along with the debenture value, buyer. Who is the buyer?
The buyer is Rishikesh.
Rishikesh has to pay interest also. That we have to compute and fill here.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
What is the date of transaction?
1st July.
So interest from opening to date na how many months?
April, May, June, 3 months.
Number of months.
3 months, sir. April, May, June.
3 months. So interest will be 100 into 8% into 3 by 12. So எவ்வளவு interest? 2 rupees.
Yes, sir.
For one debenture, 2 rupees. How many debentures?
200 debentures, sir.
So total,
Sorry, 100 debentures, 200 rupees.
100 debentures, 200 he has to pay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
What is the come interest price here? They are not
Come interest
asking,
price is
but I am
100,
saying.
sir.
Ah,
100.
X interest
100.
price is 98 plus interest 2
Interest
rupees.
2
So
rupees.
total he
Come
will pay
interest.
100 rupees.
Yes, sir.
Come interest price is 100
100.
rupees. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Then
On
Bharat,
first
repeat. Bharat, repeat the transaction on 1st July.
On 1st July, purchased 100 debentures, X interest at 98, sir. 100 number of debentures on the 100. Number of month, 3 months, April, May, June. 100 into 8% of debentures into 3 by 12. Interest on the 2, sir. Number of debentures in 100 into 2, total 200, sir. Interest 200. 2 cash, number of debentures 100, interest 200. Amount on the 100 into 98, sir.
Super. Then you first ignore the sales here. The sales we will consider later. For simple understanding purpose. 1st January.
Purchased 50 debentures at 98 come interest.
So 2 cash. How many debentures?
50 debentures.
98 you cannot multiply here.
Because it is including interest.
Interest you have to compute first. What is 1st June? Sorry,
1st January, 50. Sorry, the number of months. 9 months, sir.
April to
January.
April to January, 9 months.
100 into 8% into 9 by 12. 9 by 12.
Total number of debentures?
650, 300.
So what is the come interest price?
98, sir.
The interest is
6 rupees per
so
share. X interest is 92.
92 only. So
50 into 92.
50 into 6, 300 interest. 50 into 92, 4,600 euro.
Okay.
Then due date. What is the due date?
Due dates of interest is 31st March.
31st March. Company will pay interest. Correct?
Yes, sir.
By cash. By cash. How much interest? On 31st January, yes, 31st March, company will pay interest for total debentures in hand. How many debentures you are having?
We are having 1,350 debentures.
1,350 debentures, 1 month interest he will pay. Sorry, 12-month interest he will pay. So 100 into 8% into 12 by 12. So you will get 8.
Yes, sir.
Number of months 12.
12.
So total interest this into this 10,800. Here number of debenture does not change. It is not increasing. It is not decreasing. So you will not write anything here. Right? Here also nothing. Amount also nothing. Only you are receiving interest portion. Clear?
Yes, sir.
On 30.
Sir, எனக்கு ஒரு doubt, sir. இப்போ purchased 100 debentures on the 1st July, sir. அதுல இருந்து மார்ச் கணக்கு பண்ணும்போது 12 மாசம் அப்படி பண்ணக்கூடாது சார்.
No,
நம்ம
not required.
இயர்
Not
எண்டுக்கு
required.
முன்னாடி
In this case, we bought the debenture on 30th December, correct?
எஸ் சார்.
Company pays interest on 31st. So 30 to 31st, on the one day we are doing any calculation here?
நோ சார்.
We are taking from the opening then. January to December da our target. Date of transaction, we will not consider for this.
ஓகே சார்.
So, buy balance, what is the closing price? Closing share 1350, interest nil, then valuation principle enna?
Cost or market value, whichever is lower.
So, cost or market value, whichever is lower na? Inga cost
1,32,400 divided by
total away. Total cost is 13,240. What is
Yes,
the
sir.
market value?
Market value is 99, sir.
So
Market
whichever
value.
is less now.
132,400. Cost is less.
So apna balance sheet will tally. Sorry, your trial balance will tally. Loss will not come. Tally ayichilla.
Yes, sir.
Now interest will not tally. Interest 10,800, inga 500. So balance 10,300 will be there na. That will be transferred to profit and loss.
P&L account.
P&L. You can cross check. Right? What is the cross check na? If you are having 1,200 debentures for how many months?
12 months.
Cross check. For 10,300. 1,200 debentures held for 12 months. Then 100 debentures held for
9 months.
After 9 months da. Oh, okay. 9 months. Correct. 9 months. 50 debentures held for
3 months.
3 months. For example, here April to March, 12 months. We are purchasing on July. So July to March, 9 months. We are purchasing only on January. So January to March, 3 months. So if you compute interest, 1,200 into 100 into 8% into 12 by 12. Then 100 debentures into 100 face value into 8% into 9 by 12, 600. Then 50 debentures into 100 into 8% into 3 by 12. Total
10,300. Right.
clear or not?
Yes.
Bharat?
Clear sir. இந்த டவுட் தான் சார் கேட்டு.
Now I am changing the question. Sound disturbance தெரியுதா? Hello? Any disturbance for you?
No, sir.
பக்கத்துல ட்ரில்லிங் இருக்கு. சவுண்ட் கேக்குறாங்க. What change I have done? I have made here. Bharat?
சார்
என்ன சேஞ்ச் பண்ணேன்? Same question. Receipt furnitures, debentures, opening balance, everything same. Due date of interest
30th September.
And
31st March.
அப்போ previous sumல
31st March, sir. For
So
1 year.
company pays annual interest.
Yes, sir.
In this case, company pays
Half year. Half year.
half yearly
Half year
interest.
interest.
One more point will come. Anyway, we will see from the beginning. Explain. First point என்ன?
1st April opening balance face value 1,200 shares equal to 1,18,000. Sir. 1st July purchase 100 debentures, X interest 98. We computed debentures 200, sir. Interest 200.
How?
1st July purchased, sir, for 3 months, April, May, June. Number of months, 3 months. 100 into 8% into 3 divided by 12.
What is this 100?
Equal to
The 100 என்னையா?
face value.
Face value.
sir.
Face value. Super. Then
Number of debentures 100, sir. 2 into 100, 200. Sir.
Then
To cash, number of debentures 100, interest 200, amount 100 into 98.
next transaction.
1st January purchase debentures.
Wait. 1st Jan க்கு முன்னாடி before 1st Jan you are having one transaction la date wise you have to record. So before 1st January company will come and pay interest on
30th September.
how many months?
6 months, sir.
6 months interest. How many debentures in hand?
1,300.
1,300. 6 months interest will be 4 rupees. 4 rupees. So total interest
Into 4. 5,200.
on 13th September by
By cash.
no
Number
debentures,
of
no amount, only interest. 5,200.
200.
Now next transaction 1st January.
To cash.
If now you have to compute 1st January la what is the number of months?
September la connect பண்ணனுமா சார் இப்போ இல்லனா
super. September la you have to count because up to September company has paid.
Okay.
So September till September over, count over. I have received a debenture interest from the company itself. You need not to pay. From October,
Okay.
October, November, December, 3 months the interest.
3 months. Okay.
So 100 into 8 into 3 by 12. So 2 rupees.
2, sir.
Number
50 debentures.
100.
Total amount 100.
So 1st January la 2 cash. Number of debenture 50. Interest portion
100.
100. Amount we have to compute. What is the come interest price?
98, sir.
98 come interest. Interest portion
Interest 2 rupees.
so X interest price
96.
96. So 50 debentures into 96.
Okay.
Then
Yes, sir.
31st March la company will come and pay interest.
Yes.
For how many months?
6 months, sir.
October to March, 6 months. 6 months interest rupees
4, sir.
for how many debentures?
50 debentures.
Only 50, yeah. On 31st March, how many debentures you are having?
மொத்தமா 1350 1350 debentures we have, sir.
For all debentures, company will pay interest, la?
Sir, புரியல sir.
On 30th September,
Yes, sir.
how you calculated interest?
From date of opening balance, sir. Opening purchase.
Opening to opening na April to September 6 months. 6 months
sir.
ke interest you have paid for 100 illa 1200 illa 1300
1300, sir.
how total then
Already, yes, sir.
Company will pay interest for total debentures in hand. Buyer will pay interest for debentures bought. The rule. At the
Okay,
time
sir.
of purchase, first July I am purchasing. So I will pay interest only for 100. First January I am purchasing. I will pay interest only for 50. But the company will pay, when company is paying interest, they will pay interest for total debentures in hand.
Okay, sir.
So total debentures in hand 1350
Yes, sir.
into 4 5400.
Yes, sir.
So again close with 1350. Cost will be different. What is the cost? 13260. Market value is this. Whichever is lower now, cost 13260.
260.
And interest balancing figure will be there. What is the balancing figure?
10600, sir.
$10,300 will be transferred to profit and loss. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now also total 10,300 down, but in a different way. You do this
Okay,
sum. You do and send me the paper. In the books of
Krishnan and Spruce.
investment in
Ram Limited.
12% debentures of
Debenture.
Ram.
Ram Limited.
Date
Particulars. Number of shares. Number
of
debentures.
debentures.
Interest. Amount.
That dialogue also you say at the time of
sale, buyer has to pay interest from opening to date of sales to the seller along with debenture value. Yes, sir.
on 1st December. Lakshman brothers purchased. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Date, number of months,
Interest.
number of
Opening to
debentures,
total.
So in this case, first date, 1st December,
December.
he is purchasing. Right?
Yes, sir.
Opening to date of sale. What is opening?
December, sir.
December na date of sale.
Open and September.
Last company paid interest up to September. So October, November, only 2 months. Correct? October and
November.
December 1st you are purchasing. So interest will be 100 into 12% into
2 by 12.
so 2 rupees. Number of debenture
10,000.
for total,
10,000 into 2.
correct?
Yes, sir.
2 cash. How many number of debentures?
10,000.
Interest
Interest 2.
2 per
20,000,
debenture.
sir.
So total are
2 per
20.
debenture.
They have given come interest price. Correct?
Yes, sir.
What is come interest price?
101, sir.
In that interest
In-
is
2 per
so X interest price
99.
brokerage is
Brokerage.
there. Normally cost includes brokerage. At the time of purchase, brokerage should be added. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Brokerage 1% of
Selling price in the per share, sir.
they
Interest
have given come interest price or not.
Come interest.
Paying
Come
brokerage 1% of come interest amount.
Come interest. Okay, sir. Up
So
101.
101 la 1%. So total cost will become
100.01. Okay, sir.
so 100.01 into number of debentures.
Yes, sir.
Clear? Clear?
Clear, sir.
Then at the transaction
On 1st March, the firm sold all of the debentures at 106 come interest, again paying brokerage at 1% of come interest amount.
first March.
Yes, sir.
I have to take from opening to date of
September, sir.
Now at the time of sale, buyer means what? Buyer na other party. Other party
Yes.
will pay interest to Lakshman Brothers. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Appa Lakshman Brothers will receive interest now.
No, sir.
For what? From opening to date of sale. Opening to date of sale na?
October to March.
October to March illa February. October,
Ah,
March
okay.
1 illa. October, November,
Okay.
October, November, December, January, February, 5 months. So 100 into 12 into 5 by 12.
Okay.
So 5 months, 5 rupees. Number of debentures, entire debentures. So 50,000.
5,000.
By cash. They will not pay. They will receive interest 50,000. Clear or not?
Clear, sir.
They will receive 50,000. At the time of purchase, Lakshman Brothers is the buyer. They have to pay interest. Now at the time of sale, the other party will pay interest. You have to receive interest. So you are receiving 50,000. Okay, va?
Okay, sir.
What is the come interest price?
106, sir.
106. The interest.
5 rupees.
So X interest price
101.
101. Now you are selling. This at the time of buy. Now at the time of sell. At the time of sell, brokerage, what you have to do?
Less.
Shares like how liya? Sale value minus brokerage. Cash received. We will compute.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Where? Yes, sir. Where? Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Na ergani yavu irukku artham. Okay, sir. Na ipo na oh apdiya appdinu artham. Enna solreenga? So 1% of come interest price, which is 106.
106.
So 1.06 you have to deduct. So cash received will be
99.94, sir.
how many debentures?
10,000.
Into 99.9. இதுதான் actual sale value. Now I have to compute profit or loss. What is the cost?
106. Oh, cost வந்து
Sir, I
Oh,
bought
100.
for
100.01.
this I
Per
have
share.
bought. Now I am selling at 99.94. So loss.
Loss
How much?
0.07.
By
By
P&L. Loss.
loss
0.07 into 10,000.
10,000. Okay.
Tally da. Yes.
Yes.
So if the difference
in-
30,000 will be transferred to
P&L.
interest
Okay, sir.
balancing figure. You can also cross check. 10,000 debentures you are having for how many months, sir? 3 months.
3 months.
December la purchased. December, January, February. 3 months. So 10,000 into 3 into 100 into 12%
12 by
into 3 by 12. So you will get a total interest of 30. Class over. Revise பண்றோம்.